As I stepped across the threshold, my mom was in tears and my dad was shaking. My sibling's spouse was positioned right in the middle of the family room within the oceanfront estate I'd purchased, a $425,000 present for my parents' milestone celebration, aiming his finger at my dad, as if he were an intruder. "This belongs to me," he snarled, his tone breaking with overconfidence. "Leave now." My dad's grip clenched on the side of the dining seat, his fingers pale, his self-respect barely intact. My mom murmured, "Please, not this time." That's when I intervened. The space fell quiet. He pivoted toward me, that conceited expression wavering, like a crook discovered in the midst of triumph. My sister stiffened, her gaze bouncing back and forth between us. She hadn't anticipated my arrival that weekend, and neither had he. I recall the initial encounter with her spouse, Mark, who seemed so engaging at first, the type of guy who grasped your hand with both of his, as though friendliness could conceal ambition. He grinned too readily, praised too swiftly, but my sister, Hannah, radiated in his presence. Following years of unsuccessful careers and incomplete aspirations, she believed she'd discovered security. I hoped to accept it as well. So, I embraced him, financed their initial residence, supported his new venture with a discreet investment. The sort of sibling who prioritized harmony over recognition. It required too much time for me to spot the trend, his habit of circling around finances. The disloyalty started subtly. Initially, it involved the property documents I'd sent to my parents. I observed that the duplicate they displayed to me afterward featured light smears, the signing area more shadowed than expected. Then the financial institution's supervisor phoned, puzzled, inquiring why the shift for ownership change hadn't processed. Ownership change? To who? The response arrived in a single term. Hannah. When I challenged her, she claimed ignorance. Her tone fluctuated, overly composed, overly practiced, but the errors surfaced afterward, when she referenced the remodeling ideas Mark possessed. Remodeling ideas? For property they didn't possess? That's when I comprehended the situation. Mark had counterfeited my parents' autographs, exploiting their faith to assert the estate as his. He'd persuaded Hannah it was a familial handover to minimize fees. She'd endorsed it without examining. My parents, innocent and affectionate, accepted anything that pleased their daughter. By the moment I followed the paperwork, he'd already submitted for possession. However, he'd committed one error. He employed the incorrect document identifier, the one linked to the protected fund. My fund. I didn't challenge him immediately. That's the essence of vengeance. You avoid haste. You allow it to brew until the moment turns into your most potent weapon. I consulted with my attorney, discreetly. We constructed the argument like a final chess strategy. Serene, accurate, no unnecessary actions. The estate was beneath a revocable trust I'd established, signifying no handover could happen without my clear, certified approval. What he'd committed—
I can't tell all in the short story. For the full story, link below.